Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Drama Hospital reaction. That is ECAT's NIK, if you were wondering. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I just took the best lush shower in the world, so I still need to brush this whole mess out, but my hair smells like really good. So I wish you could have smell-o-vision, but you can't. So just go into a Lush store and smell the honey shampoo and the veganese, and you'll know exactly what I smell like right now. Sound good? Today was definitely an interesting episode, so let's get right to it. So at the Metro Court, Kiki is having some serious second thoughts about this whole plan. Morgan is definitely not. Michael, he's having his fit downstairs, and he decides it would be a great idea to push Sunny, and in doing that, he accidentally knocks Avery's stroller over with her in it. And it was like, seriously, everybody was like, oh my goodness. And of course, the whole thing's on camera. Yay. Turns out, thank goodness, Avery's fine. Olivia had intervened. Sabrina checked Avery out to make sure she was okay. And she said, she was okay. She was just crying because, it's not fun being pushed over in a stroller. Right, Ekaterina? Ekaterina. Oi. So much oi. So the reporter goes upstairs and tells Morgan and Kiki that he has hit the jackpot, and I was like, you know what, I can't imagine Kiki's too happy about her sister potentially being really hurt. And as I predicted, when Kiki and Morgan are watching the tape and she gets pushed over, Kiki is horrified, and Morgan's like, oh, this is perfect. And Kiki's like, what the frick do you mean this is perfect? Like, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that plan's gonna fall apart really fast because two of them not on the same page anymore. And back at the Quartermains, Michael and Sabrina are talking. Michael has definitely calmed down, or like it's kind of starting to get out of his system. And Sabrina made him feel better about the whole situation because his main concern is that Sunny is going to use this to take custody away from him. But Sabrina's like, Michael, you're getting ahead of yourself, which thank goodness for Sabrina. So, Hayden and Nicholas. This was the strangest interaction I've seen in a while. So, Hayden asks Nicholas who Jake really is, because she's figured it out that Jake must know. Nicholas must know who Jake is to know that she is definitely a fraud. And Hayden then kind of figures out that Nicholas wants Jake to remain anonymous and inquires about that. And then, I don't know. So then they start making out, and then they sleep together. And I'm like, this does not seem like a regular chain of events for how this conversation should have gone. But, of course, it's a soap opera, so what do you expect? And when Nicholas gets out of the elevator, Carly's there and sees lipstick on his cuff and is like, oh, okay. And, of course, Jake walks into the hotel room and everything's disheveled. And it's not going to take a genius to figure out that something more than taking a nap just happened in that room. At the garage, speaking of Carly and Jake talk at the garage, and Carly just wants to make sure that if Jake hears any plans that are going to hurt Sunny, that he will tip her off first, so that they have a chance, so Sunny won't get hurt, basically, let's see. At the hospital, Valerie confronts Luke, and Luke basically tells Valerie to kill him, and he's like instructing her, telling her make sure she wipes her prints and undo the restraints and put the knife in his hand. And just as it looks like she's about to do it, Dante and Lulu walk in, and Dante talks her down, thank goodness. And then Valerie's reeling from the whole experience, and Dante's comforting her, and then Lulu's super upset, and Luke isn't comforting her, but she's she's with her dad, and she's just crying. And Elizabeth and Rick talk about possibly getting back together, and Elizabeth says she'll take him back, but there's no more scheming, and Rick says that he'll tell her all about his plans for Jake, and I'm like, ha ha ha, I bet you're not really gonna do that. And it turns out, what do you know, I'm right again. And he was like, yeah, I did have a lot of plans for Jake, but then his wife showed up, so I didn't have to do any of them. And I'm like, ha ha ha, you're such a liar. And I think by the end of the episode, it's safe to say that Elizabeth and Rick are back together. Woo! Woo! Oy vey. Okay, so as you know, for the past few days, I've been putting a link to an Indiegogo down in the description. Please, please, please check that link out. We are desperately trying to save the farm animal sanctuary. We have about 2 years to save it, and we need to start raising money now. So please click that link. If you can contribute, that'd be amazing. If you can't, just please share it on your Facebook or anywhere you think people will. You think you have people that might contribute. It would mean so much to me. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye.